Hey everybody, welcome to Midtown Comics TV. I am Jennifer Ewing.
And I'm Jose Ramos.
And last week, if you caught us, we had a fun interview. Well, I say we, it was Jose having a fun interview with the two Bens.
I did, and it was a lot of fun. It was great. And actually, Alan got to interview Anton, Strout, and Benson, two really great authors. If you want to see the full interview, you have to check us out at Crazy Sexy Geeks series on our YouTube channel. But for a little sneak peek, he made them fight.
Fight? I gotta see this.
Writers, you're both here. It's time to arm wrestle.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Arm wrestle.
Oh, great.
Who is better?
I'm like a wuss. I have no upper arms.
Do it.
All right.
Do it for Calliope.
All right.
I'm left-handed, so my right hand's pretty weak.
Do you want to?
Already excuses.
right.
1, 2, 3.
I feel like the power of Buffy is gonna probably kick my butt here, and
But who wins?
There's only one way to find out. You have to go to the Crazy Sexy Geeks series on YouTube to find out. But for now, we might as well get on to the recommendations.
Yeah.
Rebels number 14, the conclusion of what I'm assuming is the series, at the very least the Star of the Conqueror storyline we've been seeing with Tony Bedard. We've had a gigantic space opera here going on. It's great, and if you haven't gotten a taste of them yet, well, you will soon, because the writer is taking over Green Lantern Corps after Blackest Night. You want to see what you're getting in for? Check this series out. The first trade has already been published. It's great. Go tell your friends about it. Run to the playgrounds now. On the seesaws. Trade.
Prelude to Deadpool Corps, issue 2. Deadpool has been tracing through the multiverse, collecting all the various different versions of himself. This issue, it's Kidpool, and Kidpool lives in a universe in which the X-Men are very, very different. This is a wonderful issue. I'm falling more and more in love with Deadpool as I go along, and I know that you will too, especially after reading this issue. Just hilarity abounds in this issue. Read it, love it.
Last Stand of New Krypton, issue 1. This is the battle. This is Brainiac returning to take out New Krypton with Luthor at his side. This is following the events of World of New Krypton, or Wonk, if you will, and the events of the different Superman titles. You've got Superboy with the Legion of Superheroes, you've got Supergirl, you have Superman deciding, screw this outfit, I'm back to being Superman. Lots of action, lots of setup for stuff to come. What is Zod up to? We don't know. Definitely check this out if you have any interest in Superman or Brainiac.
Dark X-Men 5 out of 5. If you have been reading this series, wow. For once in a really long time, you get to not only relate to the bad guys, you get to watch the bad guys go, wow, you kind of dropped the ball here. Paul Cornell has been doing great things. I was a huge fan of his Captain Britain. I'm a huge fan of this. He did a lot of Doctor Who work. He's coming up with a bunch of other stuff later on at Marvel this year. Just jump on the bandwagon now. That way you could say, I got here first. That's why I got front row seats. You're up in the nosebleeds.
Batman and Robin, issue 10. If you've been following this story by Grant Morrison, you'll know that Batman, Bruce Wayne, is dead. Or so we think. They've found out that the body of Bruce Wayne is actually an imposter. And now, reports are telling that maybe Bruce Wayne is actually lost in time? It's craziness. But, in this issue, Batman and Robin are on a hunt for clues inside of Wayne Manor, and it's a total throwback to Clue, great mystery detective novels. It's fantastic. If you haven't been following the latest series, don't sweat it, because everything you could possibly need to know to follow this issue, in the issue. Isn't it wonderful when they do that? Definitely check this out this week. You'll really enjoy it.
Ex Machina number 48. We're at the finish line, kids. We're about done with this series. Vaughn has crafted a really phenomenal story here. If you've been missing out, well, he's already guaranteed you not a happy ending, and this issue does nothing but justify that. If you have been reading this, go back, pick up the trades, play catch-ups. We can talk about it at the end. I'd love to converse about it. It's sad and great all at once. Did you guys get to check out the Iron Man 2 trailer? If you didn't, then you missed out on something awesome. If you did, you got to see the suitcase armor, which in the trailers, so cool. Like literally, and it's based on something from the book. Back in the day, Tony Stark used to keep his armor in a specially laid out briefcase.
So the basic idea was that the armor at this point was made of collapsible, almost chain links, and so it could be folded down into the briefcase, and then when it was activated, the whole thing would go rigid again, there would be armor, and he could become Iron Man.
Wait, so he fit the whole Iron Man suit in the brief. Would that be like heavy?
Well, it was, you know, it's a special briefcase. You know, it's it had like anti-gravity things on it that like no, it's shield technology. Tony Stark is a brilliant man.
I don't.
He built the original armor in a cave out of
What?
scraps.
A briefcase with anti-gravity stuff. We're just getting too complicated.
Your face is complicated.
Excuse me while I go find something heavy to hit him with.
You might want to check out Iron Man Extremis. You might want to read The Five Nightmares, which starts off the newest story arc for Tony Stark. And Armor Wars, which just got put back in trade paperback and has a definite influence on the current movie. All great. Go Tony. He was right. I want that on a shirt. Tony was right. About what? Could be hamburgers. I don't know.
Well, everybody, that's all we have for Midtown Comics TV this week, but be sure to check us all out on Crazy Sexy Geeks series on YouTube. Also, be sure to share some love and check out our podcast on MidtownComics.com. This week, you can hear the battle royale between the Midtown Comics staffers. I'm sure you'll have fun. I know I will. Listen. Deadpool has recently been traipsing around through different multiverses and collecting all the different Deadpools out there, essentially. In this issue, he's going to his younger compatriot, Kidpool. I believe that is correct. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's phenomenal, fantastic, phenomenal with a P and an H and an A, maybe? No? Not so much a suit again?
So you interviewed the two Bens, huh?
Yeah, I guess.